Okay, Callum, why don't they play East Coast rap at Eastwatch by the Sea?
Why don't they do that? Oof. You know what, Connor? I'm going to be honest. I have no fucking clue.
Because the only thing dropping there is the temperature.
Nice.
Seen a lot of Tupac shirts around lately. Like there was one that was just left in my bathroom, in the bathroom at work, and I had to put it in the bin. Yeah.
How strange.
Anyway, hello and welcome to Game of Thrones, Season 7, Episode 5, Eastwatch. We have all the links in the description, such as full-length reaction on Patreon, as well as other interesting things. Last time we had Episode 4, which was The Spoils of War, which had almost nothing good apart from some of the production elements, like cool visual shots and Raymond's music. But in terms of like writing, storytelling, yeah, this last episode was no good.
Yeah, that's pretty apt.
We ended on that big fight with Jaime and Daenerys, and then Bronn as well was one of the point of view characters. And Jaime went to try and attempt to kill Daenerys while Drogon was down, and Drogon went to burn Jaime, and Bronn tackled him into the lake. I mean, that is what happened. Whether or not that was good storytelling, though, that's a whole different matter entirely. And you'd have to assume that Jaime's going to drown because he's got a full suit of armor on. So yeah, your thoughts coming off that going into Eastwatch?
After what was a quite strange final sequence of last episode, and Jaime currently sinking and drowning, presumably dead. I'm not sure, because after this we then have 2 episodes left.
3.
It's
3 episodes.
Oh, 3.
Oh, including this one. Including this one, it's 3. Yeah.
Including this one, yeah. Oh, that means that's what I'm saying. After this, it's 2 episodes left, and that feels really weird. This feels like it doesn't feel like there's 3 episodes left of this season, so that's gonna feel very strange when we get to the last 2. So I don't know where it's going. I guess what they hinted at the start, I'm assuming something Beyond the Wall is probably going to be the big event of the season, other than the last episode.
Well, the Eastwatch keep is at the east side of the wall, because Castle Black is sort of towards the center. And then you've also got like the Night Fort and Grey Guard that we've seen before. You've got the Shadow Tower. But Eastwatch by the Sea is right at the east side. Jon had sent Tormund there to look after it, and also in the first episode of the season, the Hound, Beric, and Thoros looked into the flames and they saw Eastwatch by the Sea. It's also another long one, it's an hour. So yeah, most episodes of the season are pretty long. The only one that wasn't was episode 4, which was normal. As someone who, well, I guess now we're on our 7th season, this effectively is like in episode 8 when you think about it, because this is right before this penultimate, and the penultimate episode is usually pretty climactic for most seasons. So this is effectively an episode to set up the big sort of climactic explosive episode, and then obviously the finale is like the big character, what happens next sort of thing. And given the fact that we've only had 4 episodes so far, and what we've gotten so far, there's quite a lot to do, isn't there? There's quite a lot to achieve in this episode, right? When you really think about all the things that need to sort of be addressed. So it's a pretty steep challenge, I'd say, for this episode to get right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And there is one of the Game of Thrones writers we have not, like one of the ones that isn't D&D that we haven't had yet, who definitely would not be assigned the big episode or the finale. So if he's not in this episode, then he's not in this season. And do you remember which one that is, Callum?
No.
It's Dave Hill. He's joined during season 5. Because we had Brian Cogman for episode 2. The rest of them have been Dave and Dan. And Dave Hill is... His episodes in seasons 5 and 6 were not good. So, what do you think the chances are of Eastwatch being a good episode?
Not particularly high, I'd say.
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes, unfortunately.
Right, shall we crack into it?
I guess we shall.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, this is new. Oh my god. Eastwatch. How very new. And somehow
Yep,
he gets
somehow.
him out. Yeah, armor just makes you float.
Man,
You know.
Bronn must be very strong.
I love it when plot armor comes together.
Literally the first shot of the episode.
Dragons are where our partnership ends. I'm not going to be around when those things start spitting fire on King's Landing.
And you were right.
Hilarious conversation.
Yeah. Very serious.
Season 8 really shits on Season 7's conversations, doesn't it? Like, badly
Yeah, it
shits
does.
on it. There's so many.
Yeah, but they knew what they were doing. So, sharp.
This is foreshadowing for Tyrion, isn't it?
Well then, surely there has to be a scene and conversation where they talk about this and how vicious she was. Like, that would be, that would be the natural storytelling narrative thing to do. He would actually be like, please tell me you're not going to do that more.
Also, Tyrion needs to have a moment where he sort of thinking of it as one thing, seeing it as another.
Yeah.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Like, this show has cool shots every episode.
Drogon with a very cunty pose.
Wow. You would also kill the children.
Oh, yeah.
Please stop.
And all I want to
It gets so
destroy is the will
bad.
that is rather, we will leave the world a better place than we found it. Or refuse
I mean,
and die.
well, I'd be learning to get ready to bend
Well,
the knee
this
because I
is-
don't
yeah.
want to die.
This isn't a choice. This is blackmail.
I mean, it is a choice. You just live or die. Okay, now you're not giving them a choice.
But it's not a choice with agency, it's a choice with just dire consequences.
It actually would be something to have them actually be like, okay, fine.
Say what you will about your sister, she was born in Westeros. She's lived here all her life. You, on the other hand, murdered your own father.
I mean, those things aren't really linked. Okay, that's true.
Perhaps you could take the Black, Your Grace. Whatever else he is a true soldier. He'd be invaluable at the wall.
You cannot send me to the wall. You are not my queen.
I mean, we'll just hold you prisoner until then. I don't think that's a big deal. I guess you have the thing of, like, the lack of food.
Back and shut your mouth.
Dickon, you stupid man.
Yeah, why?
This war has already wiped one great house from the world. Don't let it happen again. Bend the knee.
You wouldn't even have to have him. Just have him not. Just have him stand back.
Why is Dickon so dumb?
Honor.
Basically what they're trying to do is be like, oh, he's the opposite of Samwell in every category, which makes him really stupid because Sam's smart.
Oh wow, how sweet.
He didn't have to do this. Like, I understand why Randall's doing it, but Dickon did not have to do this.
Dracarys.
And that's how they end. That went out quite quickly. What a weird way to end that storyline.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was quick.
Yeah, I'm back at King's Landing. Lovely.
Fast travel. He's using teleport runes.
Yeah, he's already got the checkpoints.
Fight if they're well paid, which they will be.
I just saw the Dothraki fight. They'll beat any mercenary army. They'll beat any army I've ever seen. Killing our men wasn't war for them, it was sport.
Well, as long as you have good tactics, sure. But if you don't, then I guess most of them will die. I don't know.
And if we don't find a way out of this war, we'll follow them.
So we fight and die, or we submit and die. I know my choice. A soldier should know this.
What a really basic scene.
Yeah.
What a basic way of summing up that scene with those lines. His story isn't that he's a soldier. That's not his story.
Anyway, National Geographic time. Oh, she's already back too.
You know, dragons. I mean, why? Why scare him?
Because it's the spirit of Khal Drogo seeing his successor. It's also her son seeing his next stepdad.
It's also the fact that, you know, what he is, that's not been revealed yet.
Yeah, I know. Ugh, he needs a dentist.
It's not awful CGI.
I do like how Drogon's
that's not great.
Scales are very similar to the grayscale that Jorah Mormont had on his chest. Now why is this? Why is Jon so capable of calming him down?
Well, because, you know, reasons.
Better question, why did Daenerys land so close to Jon, knowing that he might be in danger if she does?
We don't ask questions around here.
No matter how big they get, how terrifying to everyone else. They're my children.
She essentially is just a cat lady, really.
How many men did your army kill taking Winterfell back from the Boltons?
Well, the Boltons were terrible people, and they betrayed people. You're already here. Fucking hell. He left, like, what, 2 episodes ago?
Yep.
And he's already... The teleporting is so apparent now.
It would be my honor.
Her reaction is good. Though it is a little bit simpy, but I get it.
A new challenger has arrived.
That's what it feels like. A little bit. No.
Yeah. Bran and his bloody security cameras.
No. We must find a better winner for the Royal Rumble. We must find a better match for Gunther at WrestleMania. Oh dear. We never... It just feels so weird to not have more focus on the White Walkers this season.
I mean, technically we are, compared to before.
A crippled boy survived for years beyond the wall when no one else could. Not the Night's Watch.
Years? How old is Gilly's baby?
Yeah, not that, yeah. Years.
I sense a more detailed proposal is forthcoming.
Why are all these maesters dumb cartoons? This doesn't... Ugh.
They're old and men.
Sam's a climate change activist in a room of right-wingers.
Is he the one who's...
That's what it feels like.
alive?
I'm afraid so.
Horrible
God, that dialogue.
To tell him yet.
Hate these maesters.
Oh god, that
They're
was
so
bad.
stupid. They're so dumb.
Falling apart the last time I checked.
Good cut.
Ebros isn't terrible, but the other ones are fucking awful.
It's generic.
Oh, these two.
What else could she do?
Not burn him alive.
Not kill them.
His son.
I am her hand.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
her foot.
Well done,
Can't make her
Morris.
decisions for her.
That's what I used to tell myself about her father.
I mean, you can suggest very good arguments against it, but you don't seem to do that anymore. Whatever.
Daenerys is not her father.
And she never will be.
Ha!
With the right counsel.
See, Connor, it was the council that let her down, not her herself.
It's a sealed scroll for the king in the north.
Of course I read it.
What's it say?
Nothing good.
See, that's actually subtly done. That was more subtle than anything they normally do.
I thought Bran was dead.
Oh, did you?
I'm happy.
Did you now? So what about the two brothers that you said were dead?
King and his army marching towards Eastwatch.
Do you remember that, Callum? When he said that two brothers were dead? I thought Bran was dead.
I thought that was what we were trying to avoid.
We don't have to bring the whole army. Only one soldier.
Is that possible?
I mean, yes, of course it would be possible. It is just a zombie.
Bring one of these things down to King's Landing and show her the truth.
Like, sure, it's a risk, but it's definitely possible.
It's not to murder us the moment we set foot in the capital.
This is a terrible
The only
plan.
person she listens to is Jaime.
Yeah.
He might listen.
Risk everyone's lives to show Cersei something that she might not even care about.
Yeah, I don't know why you have to prove it to Cersei.
But if the gold cloaks were to recognize you, I'm warning you, I'm not a fighter.
Yet you fought last season.
Fair point. How do you propose to find one?
Great question.
I'm the only one here who knows them.
I haven't given you permission to leave.
To say that, it's like...
Respect your grace, I don't need your permission. I am a king.
Based.
But it's a stupid plan. It's a stupid plan!
Yeah, but Connor, we need to prove to Cersei.
Think about this. What are the odds of catching a white, not having lots of people die, taking it through the wall, all the way to King's Landing, showing Cersei, and having her actually take your side?
Especially when you're winning the war.
The north. We did not choose you to rule us, my lady.
Oh, God. Oh, please.
But Jon is our king. He is doing what he thinks is best.
Oh, God.
Why is there tension?
Oh, they cannot act. They just cannot act. Oh, God. Also, people really overrate the fact that if someone has seen something that no one else has seen, how important that actually is. Jon being there is not actually that important. He definitely doesn't have to be there.
You always like nice things.
God, this is dull.
Are you angry with me?
They were insulting Jon.
Dull, 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 dull.
Other has 500 men, Royce has 2,000. Offend them, and Jon loses his army.
Not if they lose their heads first.
This is so boring. Can you act, please?
And if Jon doesn't come back, you'll need their support. So you can work together to give you what you really want.
How can you even think such a horrible thing?
This is so bad. This is generally some of the worst chemistry I've ever seen. Maisie Williams actually got worse in the show as it went on. How does she get so much worse at acting in this show?
Directors, I'd say, they want her to act seductively like a Batman assassin killer.
They generally have like the worst chemistry in the whole show.
Last time I was here, I killed my father with
They
a crossbow.
cannot act together.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
Oh,
Oh, I don't really care about that though.
There's a path to the left above the cliff.
oh no. Anyway, he's making jokes about it. He made a joke that Tyrion killed his son. Eh, well, war is war. They're meeting for a secret shag.
I don't think you
Yeah, why?
see how you look swinging that thing yet.
Today might be the day I kill you by accident.
Oh,
Well, what about the other place she trained at before in secret?
Why are they trying to make every line comedy? Okay, this is a huge
Oh
moment.
my god. This is actually quite massive.
I'll leave you to it.
Fucking.
I needed to see you. Did he think I wanted to be born this way? Did he think I chose
What
it?
do you want?
Daenerys will win this war.
There's a really good scene here that is just trying to burst out. Imagine if that was just Gendry.
Wasn't sure I'd find you.
Wait, why is he here?
Thought you might still be rowing.
Why did he come back? Why the fuck did he come back? Why would he go back to the place where he nearly got killed?
Anybody give you any trouble?
Well, here I am, arming Lannisters, and I never get a second look. But you were right.
How?
This place for me was right under the Queen's nose.
Don't be so sure.
That's so dumb. That is so stupid. That is so bad and dumb and stupid.
Lamb shading. It's lamb shading, isn't it?
Please stop. Just God. The best way to hide is in plain sight.
You should know what you're heading into.
Do you think I've been thinking about with every swing of the hammer? How happy I am making weapons for the family that killed my father. Family that tried to kill me.
Yeah, and I came back because I thought that was a smart idea. No one would ever think going back to where you nearly died would be a good idea. This is so stupid.
They even did the Reddit jokes with the "thought you'd still be rowing."
I can't say it was a pleasure doing business with you.
What's in the boat?
Would they really care about what's in the boat? I don't really think so.
He's ready to go back to his loving family. But before he gets his breeches up, his lady of the hour pops a tiny spoon of that into his mouth. 5 minutes later, he's back in the race. Here, have a taste.
I wish I could find this funny. Like, I really wish I was laughing. But this is just so stupid and out of place.
Also, isn't that the same guy who was an actor? Or is he just really very similar looking? Yeah. He just looks a lot like the other guy from Bravos. Thank God he had it fully prepared. Pff. God. Yeah. Why don't you have like a cloak or anything?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm sorry, they would instantly recognise him.
He was just walking in the middle of the daylight in King's Landing.
You're going to arrange to pay us more than good, sir.
Oh, fucking hell. Ugh, gross. Like jam.
This is Gendry.
Well, you might as well take the gold back.
Look, Liam Cunningham is so charming, but that scene sucks.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he have, like, a cloak or something, at the very least?
He had a hood in
hide his
Valantis
face.
in Season 5, remember that?
Yeah. Just something to hide his face.
Qyburn here.
He's the hand of the Queen. Why are you here?
I met with Jim.
Slay, bitch. Oh.
Oh, well, just straight up saying it.
He betrayed you. He set up a meeting without your knowledge or consent. Do you think anything of importance happens in this?
It's like one of the lightest betrayals of all time.
I've come to believe that an accommodation with the Dragon Queen could be in our immediate interest. She has the numbers.
Because we'd fucking lose.
Cersei is unrecognizable. She's such a different person. It's weird. She's so
in every
weird.
episode.
She's so sassy.
Why?
People won't like that.
Great dialogue.
Do you remember what Father used to say about people?
The lion does not consider
What did he say?
the opinions of the sheep.
Please stop referencing better episodes and seasons.
Why is Jaime such a pathetic little boy, and why has Cersei become like a sassy whip mum?
Yeah. This is like a different level of incest.
Never betray me again.
Oh, they're already back at Dragonstone.
Man.
The teleporting in this episode specifically is crazy.
This is Gendry, Your Grace. I'm Robert Baratheon's son. Bastard son.
Oh, wow.
He was meant to keep that to himself.
Our fathers trusted each other. Why shouldn't we?
I met your sister.
I met yours. In my shop.
You're a lot leaner.
You're a lot shorter.
They are referencing season 1 a lot.
Yep.
Like that.
Andrew's never seen snow before, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
He can handle himself.
That's good enough, I guess.
I guess zombies are weak to crush weapons.
If it's made, out of Valerian steel, maybe.
It's definitely not. It works in the fucking cheap market.
What do you mean? It's the best blacksmith in Flea Bottom.
I'm sick of the jokes. I'm sick of them. I don't want it to be as funny as it is.
It feels like the jokes have gone up, like they've amplified this season.
You may not believe it. I've missed you, Mormont.
Stop being funny! Stop it! I'm sick of this! Ooh!
And he doesn't have a cock.
This is the coin the slaver gave me when I suggested he free us and pay us, remember?
Remember old seasons?
Remember?
God, it's every other line now.
We should be better at saying farewell by now.
Are we going to first base, Your Grace?
No, never. At best, we'll just touch.
Soup!
Which is
kiss on the hands.
It is significant to be fair. Oh, how we've bonded. We've had like 3 scenes together. Man, the show just has become basic. This is just basic dialogue, basic scenes.
He issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else
Rhaegar.
at the same time.
Rhaegar.
Ceremony in Dawn.
Rhaegar Targaryen.
Slavering, murderous imbeciles enthralled to evil incarnate, as long as we're going to have access to the full records of High Septon Maynard's 15,782 shits!
Woke! Now that was actually very funny, though.
Yeah, his reaction.
John Bradley was giving a rap battle right there.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you, child? He said years.
Like 2.
Show me your ID card right now.
That kid is like 2.
He was born in season 3.
I do like how this looks in the dark.
Also, what were the chances that Gilly found that, by the way? Goodbye, Google.
Oh, was that it? What a great season this was for him.
No more books.
Oh, and he's very sad to be leaving.
Do you think they have colouring in books there?
Oh, weird side plot.
Why are you still here? She's not even bothering to, like, hide herself.
Or facial act.
Oh, she's Batman!
Oh, interesting.
Why is Littlefinger still here? I'd actually like to hear these conversations. But they can't be bothered to write dialogue, can they?
No. They'll probably talk about, their starred Doctor Who episodes.
Well, Aidan
Did you
Gillen...
know I turned into an ood?
You know Aidan Gillen was in Queer as Folk, written by Russell T Davies?
Yes, he was.
This is such a, amateur video game, isn't it? This whole thing.
Yeah. Just, stay behind them, 5 feet. Quest unlocked. Get the key. This really is just really shit Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, modern Assassin's Creed. Why is this music so eerie?
Ominous.
Yeah, it's this does not fit this scene at all. Oh, the music is great, but it shouldn't be in this scene. Probably in that slab in the floor. Or by the bed, I guess. How the fuck did you find that? Seriously. I that wouldn't even be that would take me hours to find, maybe. I don't know. It's...
She looked up a guide online.
She had a detect, in her head, and when she got closer, she found it.
Ah, so he knew.
Ah.
He put it there for her to find.
Alright, now leave. You need to leave now, surely.
He put it there for her to find. That means he put it in a place where he thinks she would find it, apparently.
But it was quite hidden. She just luckily found it, really.
Eastwatch by the sea.
Why don't you just put it, in a... not obvious place, but a decent place?
The big woman.
Oh, yeah.
Not now. Okay.
You're the hound.
How did they capture these guys?
Saw you once at
Yeah. God, it's just referencing and referencing and referencing.
The wall too.
We don't want to go beyond the wall. We have to. Our Lord.
Ah, what a great voice.
War is coming.
Don't trust him. Don't trust any of them.
Oh yeah, we've met before, which is actually significant.
At the same moment, heading in the same direction for the same reason.
Great line.
Our reasons aren't your reasons.
It doesn't matter what we think our reasons are.
Reasons. Like he said, for the same reason. Your reasons are not the same as ours. That may be true.
Will you shut your hole?
Yeah, I agree, Hound.
He's always the best one.
He's the only character who's actually talking like a human.
This is like an Expendables trailer.
I get what you mean, yeah. You need
the lads.
Sylvester Stallone, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Arnold, all to walk into a room.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Vin Diesel.
This is really... The Rock.
Yep.
I know he's not in it, but it's still the same.
Ryan
Gosling.
I will. Still, though, this is a dumb plan. A very, very dumb plan. Where are your horses? Where are your horses? Why are you walking on foot, you absolute idiots?
They don't need horses. They're men. They're men, Connor. They're big, buff, manly men.
We're just normal men.
We're just innocent men.
Yep.
Wow, 2 to go.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. Initial thoughts on Eastwatch.
Not great. Pretty crap episode, to be honest. Other than one scene that is on the cusp of actually being on the bursting out to actually be great. This episode was a whole load of shite.
To be fair, to be completely fair, there is 3 separate little lines in this episode that are quite nice.
Oh, 3 lines for 1 hour of an episode.
Yeah,
Wow,
like
what a
you
great
got
ratio.
like there's like a small carving of the Tyrion Jaime conversation, and then there's like Sam's rap battle about how he hates the Maesters, and then some of those funny moments in the last scene, you know, at Eastwatch. But apart from that, I think this episode sucks ass. Every scene is stupid, characters are dumb, dialogue is terrible, plot is insanely paced. This is the most like fast teleport travel we've ever had. It's a boring plotting filler episode, but unlike in the early seasons where those episodes are saved by amazing characters, story, build up, tension, world building, dialogue, like all the things that make an episode like this great, like, you know, the Nightlands, Dark Wings, Dark Words, Lord Snow, the Pointy End, the Prince of Winterfell, you know, that sort of thing that we got in the early seasons where they were, like, you know, technically speaking, filler, in quotation marks, but they were great episodes because of what the content contained, what the characters did, what they said, what was built, you know, how the story laid the groundwork for greater things. This did the exact opposite. This was a pile of steaming hot garbage. There was too many jokes, and I hated it. To be honest, well, most of it, not all of it. There's a couple of nice little bits, but yeah, no, this was awful.
I don't really have much to say. It just wasn't a good episode. It just was bad on almost every front. Really bad dialogue, really bad characterization, bad plans, not funny dialogue or comedy in any way. Very few, fleeting little moments of characters actually acting like themselves. This is just a whole load of shite. Just a whole bunch of bullshit. Yeah, what a fucking travesty this was. Eastwatch is not a good title for this episode. It should have been Dead Men, Dragons, and Dragon Queens. I don't know. Eastwatch should have been named for next episode, because I guarantee you that's where the big fight happens. To get a White Walker. Oh my god, we're doing CW level storytelling in season 7 of Game of fucking Thrones. This shit would be in the fucking Flash season 5 Beyond or whatever. That's how bad this is. Or fucking Batwoman. We need to get and capture a White Walker to prove to Cersei that they're real.
Dave Hill just can't write Game of Thrones. All of his episodes suck.
His dialogue was just terrible.
Yeah.
Just what a load of absolute shit.
He did Sons of the Harpy, which was the episode where Barristan died. That's probably his best one, sadly, because there's actually some decent stuff in that episode. Then you've got Home, which is the episode where Jon Snow comes back. That was a pile of shit. And then you've got Eastwatch, which is so far definitely his worst. This was a train wreck. Yeah. So, shall we talk about some characters?
Do we have to?
Yeah, we do. We do have to.
God.
Jaime Lannister, Bronn. Bronn must really want that castle.
Yeah, man. He did the impossible.
First frame of the episode, already we have an issue. Bloody how Bronn rescued Jaime from that lake, and then they escaped, didn't get murdered, got all the way back to King's Landing in one episode. Then Cersei makes points about how Bronn betrayed Jaime, which is really petty. It's just fucking... What is this? What is this?
Oh, God. I just don't know what...
I think Jerome Flynn's delivery is quite... Like, his acting's quite good. The way he says, they don't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you. Like,
yeah, he's a good actor.
I like the delivery. I just hate the fact that He's putting so much on the line for him. It's ridiculous at this point. It's like a parody. It's a parody of what he did for Tyrion, you know? So yeah, your thoughts on Bronn saving Jaime?
Shit. He was just not good. It's man, the armor is strong.
They had a meeting with Tyrion under the Red Keep. There was, as you said, a season 4 payoff that was trying to get out, but it was ruined by the whole Daenerys wants to make a armistice with Cersei plot that season 7 is doing, which in its own is a fucking awful, disgusting, terrible, dumb plan that we'll get into later. I think this scene is really disappointing. It doesn't pay off all that time they had away from each other, does it? I think the one line where I really I start to actually care is when he says, "Don't talk about father," because that actually makes me, I'm like, oh my god, it's Game of Thrones. This actually feels like Game of Thrones for like 20 seconds. You want to talk about Cersei and Jaime?
That scene between them was quite bad because it was basic as fuck. You're just a soldier, Jaime. That's not really his story. That's like, we've not done anything to the fact that he's just a soldier.
Yeah.
It's a bit more of like who he is as a person, and the fact that deep beneath him is actually a good person. He's just got so many flaws. But no, it's like, you should stick to being a soldier. That's what you're good at. Here's the thing, right? I think the best character in this episode is Jaime, by quite a distance.
He just happens to be in a lot of bad scenes,
which sucks for him. But he is very clearly the best character in this episode, because he's the only, despite the plot armor, he's the only one that seemingly is actually acting like themselves.
Well, and the Hound, to be fair, the Hound was all right.
Yeah, but the Hound is not a deep character. Let's be clear. Not
at this point. Not at this point in the story. In season 4, he was a deep character, but not at this point in the story.
Yeah, exactly. Jaime is the deepest character going in this show with the consistency. And then you think about season 8, but ignoring that.
Yeah, if you're talking about the way he acts and the way he talks, I guess I sort of see what you mean. However, there is the other factor that they are really shitting on his arc, though, aren't they?
Well, that's not his fault. That's the show's fault.
Yeah, of course. Sure.
The show is treating his story like it's insanely basic, when it's like quite complicated.
Jaime in the source material is like the best arc ever. It's so amazing.
To have it's the scenes with Cersei, that both of the scenes that kind of emphasize the fact that this story seemingly is just looking at him like quite basically, instead of like, you've gone through a lot in these 7 seasons, and we're just going to sum you up as like a simp for Cersei no matter what, and also you're a soldier who betrayed your king.
Do you want to talk about how disappointing it was when Jaime revealed to Cersei that Olenna killed Joffrey?
Feels like that would be a bigger scene, but she's just like, I wish we murdered her brutally. Grr.
She's unrecognizable. This doesn't feel like Cersei to me. This is so strange. She's so different.
Cersei would not say a word in that scene, I think, when that gets revealed to her. I think she just goes stone cold silent. And you have Jaime just keep trying to like say all the stuff he says, but Cersei doesn't say a word. Because she wouldn't be like, we should have fucking brutalized her. She would be thinking that in her mind and doing that and blaming herself for not killing her worse.
Yeah,
she would be saying out loud.
Because that kind of reaction is what you'd expect from a Northerner, not from Cersei.
What she would do is hear that news, stay inside, and then get up and just walk out the room and leave Jaime on his own. I feel like that's what would happen.
Yeah, she would stonewall him.
Because, you know, she cares about her children, and the fact that they died brutally would affect her. I guess other than Tommen, I guess she's like, oh, he betrayed me.
We're at the point in the show where they hardly ever feel things, they just say things.
Yeah, Cersei was weird this episode.
So weird. Never betray me again.
How did he betray you? How?
By seeing Tyrion and not killing him.
He didn't arrange the meeting, you fuckface. How is that betrayal? He came to you and...
Well, no, not the seeing without knowing. It's the having not killed him on sight. That's the betrayal I think she implies. Also, there was no conversation about the Iron Bank. Like, all the loot that they took has been burned. Oh god, I've got another scene I want to rip into because I fucking think it's the most stupid thing. Is the scene where Danny burns Randall and Dick on Tali. It is foolish, but Randall Tarley's rationale that he is racist to his grave, I think they can get away with having him burn for that. But the part I cannot fathom is how stupid they make Dick on Tarley in this scene. Why did they do this? Wouldn't it have been so interesting to have him meet Sam again and talk about it? Have Sam be convinced by his brother to be away from Daenerys when Jon is trying to align with her? Wouldn't that have been such an interesting conflict? But no, they make Dickon the most stupid character in the entire show, have him die for no reason other than, oh, I want to agree with my dad.
I've no words. I've got no words.
His name's Penis and he died stupidly.
Yeah.
Get a girlfriend, Jeff.
It's just they recast him because the original actor was scheduled for something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you get an actor like this to do it? Why not just a random guy? Because I don't think he was big at this time, but he was doing stuff, and then obviously he's done the Netflix show. So he's pretty decently.
I think he's become big because of this. Like this put a spotlight on him.
But he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything.
Yeah.
He literally did nothing.
Other than be made fun of because his name sounds like Dick. Danny has gone full, if I offer them the option of chains, then they'll always take it as a cop-out. So she's gone full black or white mode. They're trying to sow dissension between Tyrion and Danny. Should we talk about the stupid plan that they're going to do?
What, risk everybody's lives to get one White Walker?
Yeah, one White Walker to show Cersei, even though obviously she won't give a shit. And everyone in the room agrees to do it. All those people. Tyrion, Varys, Daenerys, Jorah Mormont, Davos Seaworth, Jon Snow, they all agree it's a good idea, even though it's a stupid idea.
Not a great plan.
Is this the worst plan that Game of Thrones has done so far? I think it might be.
Well, like I said, this is like if this is a CW writer writing this storyline. We've got to capture the monster to prove to people.
Yeah, it's so just... Logically, it's completely baffling how all these characters are just like, yep, that's what we're going to do. And not one of those very, experienced people thinks, hey, maybe that's not a good idea. Maybe Tyrion would be like, yeah, my sister's not going to believe that shit. Even if you show Cersei its existence, she'll still not be on your side. She'll still find a way to be against you. It's just ridiculous. What fucking... hate this. Hate it. What about the scene where Tyrion and Varys are sitting on the steps talking about the scroll?
This scene, again, is another kind of scene where it just feels like it's on the cusp of maybe being interesting. But then it ends.
We
just move on.
Yeah. How do we feel about Jorah Mormont's return to Dragonstone?
Kind of brief, weirdly.
Yeah, with the last time we saw him, he was at Old Town. Then he went to Dragonstone, and by the end of this episode, he was at Eastwatch, which is on the opposite side of the continent to Old Town. The pacing of this season is ridiculous.
It's again, teleporting in this show is, in this episode specifically, just went off the rails. It's gone to shit.
They did a thing where Mormont visibly seeing that something is between John and Danny. It feels very abrupt. Like we've barely even scratched the surface of John and Danny at all.
Boy, does it.
Okay, I'll let you talk about this one. I kind of got my thoughts out the way when we did the reaction. Davos and Tyrion go to King's Landing. Tyrion obviously had the scene with Jaime. Davos makes jokes about how Tyrion killed his son, and then goes to Gendry, who rode all the way from Dragonstone to Flea Bottom.
That line delivery and then instantly moving on is like out of a parody.
Yep.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire. And then the very next line is there's the pathway left that hooks the cliff.
It is literally the Jeremy Clarkson meme of "Oh no" anyway.
He doesn't care.
Yep.
He brought it up because, oh, remember this fun fact? You killed my fucking son.
Yeah. Gendry hiding in plain sight.
Fucking stupid.
So this ruins season 2, doesn't it? Isn't it? Like, it shits on it because the whole point of season 2 is getting away from here.
Yes, I'd say so. I'd say so. I'd say this scene was... I
mean, Davos not giving a shit about Tyrion killing his son is definitely ruining season 2. Gendry's never seen snow before and confidently says, I will go on this mission.
Sure. Just, alright, drop everything. Go and yeah.
I've been waiting for something to fight for. What about how Davos says, go in there and tell him that your name is Clovis, then he instantly says, I'm Robert Baratheon's bastard.
It feels very meta, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Instead of actually, like, narratively...
Well, speaking of meta, Davos Seaworth saying, I thought you'd still be rowing is a reference to the Red A Song of Ice and Fire. Because there were memes about Gendry still rowing, because he hadn't appeared in so long.
When was he last in the show?
Season 3, episode 10.
Fucking hell.
We did that 5 years ago.
Well, in between this and then, this is like 4 years later.
Yep. Although,
So
given the age of Gilly's baby, you wouldn't think so.
Yeah, I'd think it's just a year. Even though they reference the fact that it's been years. Yeah, the whole best place to hide is under the Queen's nose is fucking hate that. Stop gaslighting me into saying that, no, this actually makes fucking sense. When no one, after being nearly killed by a whole city, would not go back to that city with any fucking chance in hell. They would never go back there. This is so contrived to get him to then join Jon's army.
Yeah.
He just want to go back there. People would recognise him and be like, where the fuck were you for like 2 years?
We're talking about how this plan is the stupidest plan. To up the ante, they're not taking horses. Why are they not taking horses?
Yeah, because they're expendables. That's why.
So they have all the characters meet up at Eastwatch at the prison cell. How did they capture the Hound? Why didn't...
Just did. Sharp.
Yeah. I would have liked to have them show that. To have them show that happen. Because imagine Tormund Giantsbane and the Hound meeting for the first time is like an easy fucking tap-in scene. Like, that is such a great idea. And they just didn't do it.
Yeah, you'd think so. Guess not.
Yeah, it was, Gendry recognizes the Brotherhood. Jorah recognizes Thoros of Myr, which is from the books. And then, of course, Tormund goes, you're a Mormont. They didn't even introduce each other's names or anything. Of course, the Hound is the only one with sense in his brain. Alright, are we gonna fucking come with you or not? There was a lot of, romantic tension unintentionally between a lot of characters in this episode.
It was very manly.
There was a lot of, setting up dates and whatnot. With Tyrion and Jaime, it was, setting up a secret link or something. And then John's like, we're all on the same side because we're all breathing.
That'd be a good line in a good season.
Yeah. Tormund, as always, has to make a reference to Brienne of Tarth because that's his character now.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah. Yeah, and the Expendables go walking, which is just... This entire idea is just... Why did Dave and Dan think this was a good idea? Why did they think that this was the direction? Why would the characters think this was what they were needed to do? It's just unfathomably stupid. Realistically, like, obviously don't take plot armor into consideration. Realistically, how many of those are going to die? How many of those 7 characters should die beyond the wall with no horses? I'd say Jon and Tormund might survive because they have experience. Also, I forgot to mention, you pointed this out, Jon says, I've seen them. So instead of saying my experience adds strength to the argument that me going is a good idea, he instead makes it all about, I'm the only one who knows what to do about it because I've seen them and you haven't.
Ugh, brain, go numb. That's all I have to say. That's just how I feel about the whole episode.
Speaking about brain numb, Bran uses his security cameras, sees the Night King looks at the birds, and then he goes, send a raven, or something like that.
Cool. Great update.
Yep.
Thanks, Bran. You're so helpful.
Which leads us on to Samuel Tully, the climate change activist, is yeeted out of Old Town by right-wingers.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah. These maces were so dumb. They were all stupid. All of them. Ebros was semi-stupid, the rest of them were just... They're supposed to be, like, academics, aren't they? Like, what made Pycelle foolish was not that he was a dumb guy, it's that he was ill-conceived and poorly intentioned, and he was also putting on an act. But if you look at, like, Maester Luwin, Maester Cresson, you know, these guys... And obviously Maester Aemon as well. They're very wise, very knowledgeable, very open-eared, open-minded. Why are the maces at the Citadel such, like, buffoons? Sam's like, oh, there's a big threat. Well, it could be possible, but it also just could be politics. I don't believe in magic zombies. What are you trying to tell me, that the world's getting hotter? Or in this case, it's colder? I think if you're going to try and do a story where you're dunking on climate change deniers thematically, there's better ways to do it than this. This was very, like, bone dead.
Yeah, that would be.
Yeah. Gilly somehow manages to find that Rhaegar's annulment among thousands of books.
Great timing, is what I say.
Yeah.
Great timing.
Sam does a good rant about why he hates the Maesters. That was actually an alright moment. I was fine with that. John Bradley did a great delivery of it. 15,782 shits! And then they leave. And he says, I'm tired of reading about the successes of better men. Okay, Callum, let's talk about your favourite part. I want you to have the floor for this.
Do I have to?
Winterfell. Winterfell. Sansa, Arya, and Littlefinger, please talk about how great this is.
I don't think I've seen chemistry go into the minuses than Sansa Stark and Arya Stark.
Well, they were good in season 1.
Somehow they got worse as they got older. Like, obviously directors are not doing a good job with their instructions of how they should act out the scene. But fucking hell, they are not trying. These two are not trying. They are delivering this in the most basic, monotone, to the nth degree they possibly could. And it is so painfully dull. It actively pains me.
And the dialogue, the actual content as well. The whole thing of like, why don't you just behead all those lords?
It's so awful. The dialogue is just so terrible and basic. People often say, that they would rather something be really bad than other than boring, right? Oh no, what's the saying they normally do? They don't want a boring film.
Well, they say
film.
they say there's nothing worse than something being boring, which I disagree with. I think catastrophic implications is worse.
This is insanely bad because it's boring, but but it's not just like, oh, it's just a bit dull. No, this is actually like some of the worst acting I've seen in a TV show. It's so awful. It's diabolical. But it's not funny. It's not funny acting like Tommy Wiseau. This is just paint. It's watching paint dry, and the paint is acting.
How do you feel about how Littlefinger intentionally hid the note under the bed for Arya to find?
You could have just put it in a box with a lock and have it unlock it, and that would not be as contrived. Like, this is basic stuff. Why are you cutting? If you wanted to find it, why are you cutting it the side of your mattress bed, sticking it in there? She could miss it. Like, she could. I would. But I'm not a Bravos assassin, so
yeah.
I guess.
I hate Littlefinger at this point in the show. He's awful. Everything is awful about him.
What is his arc? What is his story?
I hate that we don't hear the conversations he has with those people. I hate that he has these stupid plans that are so contrived and somehow work for no reason. I hate that he sticks around Winterfell when he's clearly on the hit list. It's just, what is his plan? What are they doing? Arya and Sansa are dry logs of nothing. Awful. Winterfell is a dead, diabolical piece of poo.
This is diabolical, which makes it boring. But average boring is better than this. I would much rather just simple, boring stories over this every single time.
Mm-hmm.
Any day of the week. Give me those.
There's also another thing. There's another thing I forgot to mention. Jon reads a letter and says, "I thought Bran was dead."
Yeah.
Even though in the previous conversation he has with Daenerys, she says, "You lost 2 brothers." Yeah. So who is he forgetting, Rob or Rickon? Because he saw Rickon die with his eyes.
Yeah, with an arrow.
I thought Bran was dead. Also, why did they not have Theon have a conversation with Jon about how he didn't kill Bran?
Well, he still betrayed Rob, but that's still really like the heart of it.
Yeah, I know why he hates Theon. That's fine. Why has Theon not thought, maybe I should tell Jon that Bran is not dead?
We don't have time for that in this hour-long episode.
Why was Jon finding out him reading a fucking letter? Why was it not Theon saying, Bran's not dead?
He wasn't even in the room.
Bran's not dead. I don't believe you. That would be so much more interesting.
Legit, he's not even in the room.
This episode was a train wreck. It was a disaster on so many levels. Yeah, writing by Dave Hill. Piss poor job. Worst episode he's done.
By a distance as well.
Yeah, for sure. Sons of the Harpy and Home are better than this. For sure. Sons of the Harpy is like good, and then Barristan's death is terrible. And then Home is a bad episode, but this isn't just a bad episode, it's like crippling. It's so damaging to the show on so many different levels. Like acting to dialogue to storytelling to plans to teleporting, world building, implications.
Legit. This, I keep saying it, but this episode was as if Game of Thrones was on the CW and it had a really high budget.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like that.
Direction by Matt Shackman. There was some decent, to some extent, level of visual art cinematography, but the actual
bad job with the actors.
But the actual blocking and actors was subpar for Game of Thrones standards for sure.
I think it's like diabolical. The acting was so awful throughout the board.
Some of the acting was okay, but some of it wasn't. It was a mixed bag in terms of performances, I'd say.
Best line in the whole episode is John saying, "With respect, Your Grace, I don't need your permission. I'm the king."
Yeah.
It's legit the best line of the episode.
Yeah. I think this is also probably like the worst handling of Davos Seaworth in the show. Like, he was so terrible in this episode.
He's not a character anymore.
Yeah. Like, in season 6, I didn't like what they did with him because of how he was handled after Stannis died. But he was still a person, and he was still likable. But in season 7, he's been bad. He's been really bad.
Yeah, it's been quite terrible.
Music by Raymond Javadi. Unfortunately, he didn't get as much to shine this time as he has in other episodes.
And they put music in places where it shouldn't have been, really. And it wasn't really a factor this episode, unfortunately.
The ominous music when Arya was looking for the letter.
Yeah.
It makes Littlefinger seem like a beast and not a person. Like the way he lurks.
Other than, I guess, when the dragons returned to Dragonstone.
That's true.
The music wasn't that significant in this episode.
I understand why they wanted to have Jon and Drogon actually embrace and sort of hint at, why Jon and the dragons are able to coexist. But the part of it that's weird is that Daenerys parks her car so closely to Jon. Has no reason to believe that Drogon wouldn't just burn him or eat him or scratch him or push him off the cliff. They're not beasts to me. They're my children. Is it me, or is in season 7 as Dany started talking like way more posh? Received pronunciation, British accent in the show, but it's never been this level of like Lady Penelope levels of posh. We have 3 tracks from Raymond Javadi to listen to. The first one is called Gorgeous Beasts.
God damn, he is just the only thing worth talking about.
Yeah, this was the highlight of the episode for sure, this music.
I played the scene over on mute with the music, and it's just like, man, he legit is the only one communicating a story to us, rather than the actual fucking writing.
Na, 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 na. This is basically his idea of ice and fire coming together, right? It's Jon and Dany. And this theme is just beautiful.
Legit. The show is better. This season is better when it's on mute and you just listen to the music.
Yeah, seriously, it is, yeah.
It legitimately improves the show.
I'm so happy that he stayed for the spin-off shows. So happy, because he's the best.
Well, he does a lot of stuff, so it's not surprising he stayed on. Thank God.
Yeah, I'm happy HBO opened their wallet for him. Man, he is carrying Game of Thrones on his back. Na 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 na. It's just that's beautiful music. Our second track is actually from the season 6 soundtrack.
Oh boy.
And it is called Maester, and it is Samuel Tarly's theme. Holy shit.
Bloody hell, we didn't have to go that hard.
As soon as the first string hit, I got goosebumps and my hair stood up.
Yeah, that's generally like a super good theme.
That was fucking amazing. Holy shit. Oh my god. That was perfect for what he wanted to do with Old Town, the Mesas. Like, my god. Memorable, captivating. It has such age to it. It's got such an old sound. And it has the sound of wisdom, right?
Yeah, it does actually, yeah.
Fucking
Mixed
hell.
in with like emotional torment or significance.
Yep, the brutality of the lifestyle. Oh my god. Oh, it was the song that played when Sam first walks into the library in season 6. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. How does he do it?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's very talented.
We have a third track. It is from the season 4 soundtrack, believe it or not.
Oh my god, we're going way back.
We're going way back to the good old days.
Yeah, when the show was like respectable.
Well, the first 9 episodes of season 4, I'd say, are really good.
Yeah, so the majority of it.
The song is called I Only See What Matters. You know, after watching that episode, I felt pretty shit, but I feel like Raymond Javadi has healed me with this music.
A little bit, yeah. Yes, it kind of just makes it, in a way, it makes it just more disappointing how the writing can't be on that same level like it was in those first 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It is just an insane drop off.
Yeah, when you really listen to the music, which is always top tier, it's so much more obvious when you compare them. Compare the quality of the storytelling within the sound to the writing. It's night and day. Oh, I'm almost feeling like I need to grieve over the death of this show. And we're not even at the end yet. So, viewership. Last episode, we got 10.17 million, which was a new record for the highest ever. Eastwatch, Season 7, Episode 5, gets 10.72 million. Highest ever. I assume the cliffhanger to Spoilers of War has a big
piece
part.
of shit.
Yeah. I assume the cliffhanger to Spoilers of War is a big reason why this got so many views.
Yeah, of course. It's a very highly rated episode. Wrongly, but it is. You can't deny people think it's great. You know, look at Jey Uso. Great comparison. Jey Uso is better than this, to be fair.
Jey Uso, that is an insult to Jey Uso. Comparing him to Eastwatch, fuck me.
Yeah.
Ugh. Even with the Yeet stuff, he's still better than Season 7. Yeah, so Eastwatch has now got the record. Conclusion and rating out of 10 for Eastwatch.
Oh, God. I don't even know where to begin. All I can say is that this episode is one of the worst episodes of TV I've ever watched. In terms of expectations of where the show used to be. It's not flat out one of the worst episodes I've ever seen, but it's on that tier just above it. Because, again, production-wise, fantastic. Acting-wise, pretty decent across the board, other than some really bad actors. And music was great when it was prominent. Writing-wise, this is just diabolical. This is a lesson of how you don't do a transitional episode from last episode, which isn't a good episode, to then what is going to be 2 big episodes to end off the season. This is like basic. This is basic, and it's basic executed like as low as you can possibly get. And it makes everything seem so simple and easy to like learn and think about, when really the show it's better than that. Even not so great seasons like Season 5 at least had moments of the complexity of the plot actually weaved in. This episode is so bad, it generally makes it feel like this writer had never written a show episode before and had only watched stuff on the CW. It is that fucking terrible. 1 out of 10.
Yeah, Eastwatch is a disaster. There's probably a maximum of like 3 to 5 minutes of decent stuff. The other almost hour of the episode is rotten to its core. I think it doesn't break time and space, so it's not like the worst episode of Game of Thrones ever, but it is the worst one so far. But we'll get to the rest of the show. The last 2 episodes of Season 7 and then Season 8. We will get to those and my thoughts on those. But up to this point, this is the worst one. It does almost nothing right. It gets almost everything wrong. The writing is insufferably bad. And that's an overused word, but it's applicable here. This is insufferably bad. Characters are stupid. The plans are stupid. The world building is dead. The dialogue is diabolical. the pacing of the show, the fast traveling and teleporting, it pisses me off. This is the one show where they shouldn't do that. There's other shows that do it, it can get away with it. This show, with its respect to its world, its geography, the attention to detail put into George R. R. Martin's magnum opus of a book series, and all the beautiful little things that make it immersive, like how long it takes for people to get from A to B, is completely killed. Things they want to happen are forced and not done well. And we now have a setup to an episode that could not have been done worse. I hate it. Yeah, 1 out of 10. This is the worst one so far. What a fucking awful episode. Worse than Battle of the Bastards, worse than The Children. I hate this. I hate it. It's so terrible. Next time, the penultimate episode of Season 7 is called Beyond the Wall.
Oh boy, it can't be any worse, surely, right?
Your thoughts going into Beyond the Wall?
If it is worse than this episode, then Season 8 was always going to fail. It's just... It's kind of surprising more people didn't think the next season was going to absolutely shit the bag. Yeah. Big fight, White Walkers, they capture one, and that will end off the episode. It wouldn't surprise me if that's the whole episode next, or at least 80% of it. This show used to be really good. This show used to be actually really good. And now it's not.
Do you remember when we were in Season 4, I said there is an episode of Season 4 that Mauler has very strong views on that I agree with, and it turned out to be The Children. There is an episode of Season 7 that Alt-Shift-X, a very prominent Game of Thrones YouTuber, there's an episode of Season 7 that Alt-Shift-X has very strong opinions on that I agree with. All I'm going to say.
Ooh, wow.
All I can promise you is there is a lot to say about the next episode.
Well, that'll be fun. I'm excited already.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you something to look forward to, even though it's not to do with quality. It's not as boring as Eastwatch.
Oh, I don't imagine it would be boring. Yeah, I don't think it would be.
But there are things to say. Many things to say. Yeah, anything else you want to say before we end the video?
Logan Paul's a cunt. Because that's relevant as we're recording this. So there you go.
We will see you next time for Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 6, Beyond the Wall.
We're very sorry for this episode. We are so sorry.
I bid you adieu, a good night, and a goodbye. A bang.
You should shoot me in the head with that gun.
I'll do it now. Bang, 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 bang.